the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the UConn Huskies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kick off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Leaves it with the back. And this home team defense is not rolling out the welcome mat for the visitors. They start their night stuffing the run. Let's talk just for a minute about UConn. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams. Both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off again.
These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position. You hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking the shot. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offenses don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice game, popped one, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
Looking for a crease. It's Henderson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Thomas back to pass. Lets it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, Nick.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The give to the back. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Tiger. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
That's such a great job by the defense because they never quit on the play. Yeah, they gave up a completion, but you just see them swarm to it, rip the ball out. They're able to scoop it, score. That is an unbelievable effort play by the defense.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. UConn going back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. The toss sweep to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Second down, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the 1st quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do that.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Spits it out to the back. Caught close to the marker. It's Henderson. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It's first down from the 11. Handoff to the lone back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He might want another play. To the air, it's Van Buren. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. And the field goal unit is on the field. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Washington found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Huskies football today. Those folks in Seattle won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out across the 30 mark, down the 10-yard gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Looking to throw again. Under fire. Another incompletion on third down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking for a deep man. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take another shot here. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I'll tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. Fourth down, long yardage third-down situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised, you definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check your mentions, dog.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Makes the grab on the left. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it. But the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop. And now you set up 3rd down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
They'll run play action. Now rolling to the left. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
The Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Slams ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, there are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Coleman. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Then he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And nobody responsible for picking up the free safety because, David, frankly, I don't believe they thought he was coming.
No, and whose responsibility is that? The quarterback. If I see the free safety blitzing, I'm throwing the ball deep to somebody to make a play because he can't cover deep anymore, so put that in your back pocket. They want to bring that safety blitz. I'm going to make them pay, and I'm going to throw the ball deep.
Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Sutter.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Quick release by the QB. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Here comes the heat. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, and really nice job by the defender. Listen, a curl route's hard to defend. It's hard to get in front of that guy because he's curling back to the quarterback, but he did a good job not getting pass interference, getting around his body, and knocking the ball to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. But if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Auburn lines up quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Takes it the other way. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Grab near the marker. It's fired. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Set to kick it off. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Pressure coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Quarterback may change this route. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He'll off one deep down the left side. Holds it in down the sideline. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. See this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash. A 59-yard try coming. Kick is short, and he's going to try to make something happen. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. UConn has it teed up to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious.
There he goes. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for room, it's Scott. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Tigers. And the stomping has commenced. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Tackled almost immediately.
You gotta get your big fellas. You gotta get the tight ends going too.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion.
He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab, ready for the first down. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
That's a big-time completion. And guys, I think they caught the defense napping right there. I think everybody on defense thought that they were going to maybe throw to the sticks on that one, but instead, quarterback had some other ideas. He had a matchup he loved one-on-one, vertically down the field. He took advantage of it. His guy made a great catch. Let's keep this.
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
This UConn offense really has it going. Big fella moving. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And on offense, you know this is 4-down territory. You have to come away with a touchdown. You're getting boat raced in this game right now, and you're going to have to make this possession count.
Yeah, definitely because of the slow start, now putting yourself.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll try to get outside. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And the pummeling has started.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. The Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. The snap sets up to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
He wants to throw it again. Caught near the sticks. It's fired. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. And the Huskies are moving quickly down the field.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. Pulls it in. It's fired. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Rushes on him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And they're able to get him down. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the left. On the move at the 30. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw again. It's complete to the right. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Now on the option. He's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out. Just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end now in motion. Handoff from the shotgun. Got room to work. Got the first down and more. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it. But give up the big plays, let that clock continue to roll, make him earn it all the way down the field, and take a lot of time off that clock.
And the Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Auburn! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And This has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Here's a throw downfield late. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Looking for a huge play. And his first throw here is incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's taking a deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. The result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
It is amazing what you can do with your roster if you just refuse to have kickers. It's also amazing how you can wreck a game. Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. They'll immediately call timeout. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. A little window dressing here at the end of the game.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know next time you take the field which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. Unloads to the wideout. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0.